that buildings are made up of bricks. In the same way, the organs of our body are made up of small structural units called cells. So, the cells are called building blocks of our bodies. Look, this is a cell. It is the fundamental unit of life. The whole body of animal and plant is made up of different organs which are made up of tissues. The tissue is made up of small building blocks that are the cells. It was discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665 in a cork slice. Cells are called the structural and functional unit of life because all the living organisms are made up of cells and all the functions that take place inside the organisms are performed by cells. Now we are going to learn about the animal cell. Consider the animal cell as a little room and let's see its structure. See, the outer wall, it is called the cell membrane or plasma membrane. It is a thin semi-permeable membrane layer of protein and fats surrounding the cell. Its primary role is to protect the cell from its surroundings. It also controls the entry and exit of nutrients and other microscopic entities. Now, let's enter into the cell. The cell is filled with fluid inside. This fluid is known as cytoplasm. The cytoplasm also contains cell organelles. The cytoplasm contains molecules such as enzymes that are responsible for breaking down nutrients and aid in metabolic activities. See, there is a ball-like structure at the center. What is it? It's the nucleus of the cell. The nucleus is the control room of the cell that controls all the mechanisms of the cell. The nucleus is protected by the nuclear membrane. It is a double membrane structure that surrounds the nucleus. It is also referred to as the nuclear envelope. Some pores are present on the nuclear membrane. The nuclear pore is made of large complex proteins that allow small molecules and ions to pass freely. When DNA coils around proteins to make nucleosomes and chromatin. Genetic information is stored in DNA. Information passes to the next generation in the form of DNA. There is a long thread-like tubular structure present inside the nucleus, and it is called chromosome. We can see the ribbon-like double helical structure of DNA. It carries genetic information. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. DNA contains the genetic instructions for the development and function of living beings. A gene is a specific sequence of DNA. These genes are responsible for the passing of hereditary traits from one generation to another through chromosomes. This is known as inheritance. These tiny organelles are ribosomes. A ribosome is a mixture of protein and RNA that starts being made in the nucleus of a cell. They are the sites of protein synthesis, hence also referred to as the protein factories of the cell. Ribosomes are associated with membranes of the rough endoplasmic reticulum, while some ribosomes move freely in the cytoplasm. Look at the organelles which look like long tubules or oblong bags. They are called the endoplasmic reticulum. They are of two types, the rough endoplasmic reticulum and the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The ribosomes are attached on the rough endoplasmic reticulum or RER. It looks rough because of the ribosomes. RER secretes proteins into the cytoplasm. On the smooth endoplasmic reticulum or SER, ribosomes are absent. FER helps in the manufacture of fat molecules or lipids. ER serves as channels for the transport of materials between various regions of the cytoplasm and the nucleus. It provides a surface for some of the biochemical activities of the cell. Now, the manufactured proteins move to the post office of the cell, Golgi apparatus. This organelle was discovered by Camillo Golgi, so it is named as Golgi apparatus. It consists of a system of membrane-bound vesicles arranged approximately parallel to each other in stacks called cisterns. The function of Golgi is to pack and transfer nearly synthesized protein or other materials to various targets. Now, we are going to mitochondria, which is called the powerhouse of the cell. They are the double membrane organelles found in the cytoplasm of all eukaryotic cells. They provide energy by breaking down carbohydrates and sugar molecules, hence they are also referred to as the powerhouse of the cell. This energy is stored in the form of ATP. These biochemical processes of the cell are known as cellular respiration. This is lysosome. They are round organelles surrounded by a membrane consisting of digestive enzymes that help in digestion, excretion, etc. Foreign materials entering the cell, such as bacteria or waste food, as well as old organelles, end up in the lysosomes, which break them into small pieces. During the disturbance in cellular metabolism, for example, when the cell gets damaged, lysosomes may burst and the enzymes digest their own cell. Therefore, lysosomes are also known as the suicide bags of a cell. We have learned that the structural and functional unit of life is called the cell. The animal cell is made up of three main parts: cell membrane, nucleus, and cytoplasm. The cell contains organelles like ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies, mitochondria, and lysosomes.